Alright class, today our lecture is going to be about adoption. Adoption is a legal process in which a family can adopt a child, whether they are in foster care, domestically, or internationally. It's a way for children to have a second chance, and we're going to be able to talk about the pros and cons today in class. Yes, Ivan.
What pros are you talking about? I don't think there's any pros in adoption.
No pros?
No. It just seems like a horrifying experience for the child. Just think about the emotional challenges that children face when becoming adopted. Think about the emotional baggage that they carry with them wherever they go. Imagine how frightening it is just to walk into a family, and be purchased like if you're some item.
While I do understand that, you have to think about where these children are coming from. Their parents or support systems are unable to take care of them, and the environments that they live in, whether they're overseas, in a foster care, or in the system, these kids need a more stable way of life, and that's what adopted parents can give to them.
Are you sure about having a stable life? Have you heard of how expensive adoption is? It can range anywhere from thousands to tens of thousands of dollars. If the family spends all their money adopting the child, how are they going to raise a child without money? The child's just going to be born into poverty at this point. Or what about the poor families that don't have enough money to adopt a child? That's not fair.
While adoption is expensive, it's also a way to hold the parents accountable. So if they are coming from poverty, they do need a certain amount of money to raise a child, which they do talk about when you are filling out paperwork and going to classes for these things. But you have to think, these parents are unable to have children of their own, and so adoption is the most meaningful way for them to be able to have children and fulfill that dream of impacting a child's life.
Exactly. They can't have children on their own, so they're not meant to have children in the first place. Just imagine the cultural disconnection that they're going to feel towards their new parents.
Yes.
They're going to go from one life to another and just change their culture and their heritage? No, that's not how it works. Imagine if you adopted me. I'm Mexican and you're white. That would never work.
Yes. Well, I do see your concern. There are classes, and these parents are well prepared in order to take care of their child's cultural and heritage needs. There are classes for that. They usually go and visit their child if they're overseas and go kind of learn their everyday life to take home. But these families want to make an impact on their child. And again, we're thinking about where they're coming from to where they are going. So they probably are not getting the adequate needs that we need, the physiological needs, the safety needs, the emotional needs that they would be getting in a second chance family. And it is their duty as parents to honor those cultural significant differences and so hope that their child feels connected to their heritage while also conforming to a new way of life.
Okay, yeah, I see your point. So I guess one of the priorities would be to balance, providing a loving home and then respecting the heritage of these children, maybe to create a successful adoption experience. So I guess at the end of the day, it's not too bad. Based on everything you said, it seems like adoption prioritizes a child's best interests, such as the cultural needs, the identity needs, the physical and emotional needs, and most importantly, just provide safety to these kids.
Do you feel like you've learned today?
Yes, Professor. Thank you so much.